it's me, Mario. Woohoo! Welcome to the official Nintendo podcast. Woohoo!
Hello and welcome to the third O&M podcast. I'm your host and the editor of the magazine, Neil Long. I'm joined by Deputy Editor Fred Dutton.
Hello, Internet.
Hello. Games Editor Chris Scullion.
Hello, World Wide Web. Yeah, old school.
Hello. Nice. Are you going to say information superhighway, Simon?
No, I was just going to say good day, actually. Just
really?
keep it fairly simple.
It's news editor Simon Bramble.
Good day.
Brilliant. Flawless introduction.
That's amazing.
Third podcast in. We're doing pretty well. Our first podcast that went up on iTunes at its peak reached number 16 in the UK podcast charts, beating the likes of Chris Moyles, Terry Wogan and Chris Evans. And by beating, I mean literally beating them in the face,
absolutely.
I believe. So that's absolutely amazing. Thanks for spreading the word and signing up. But obviously we want to go even higher. So
Who's next on our sites?
who's next? Frankie Boyle.
Boyle's next.
Yeah, okay.
Let's take him down.
Yeah.
Who do you think he is?
I know. Jock.
He swears a lot. He swears a lot.
Frankie.
That's his advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe we should swear more. You think we should? No, maybe not. So we want to beat Boyle. So if you want to subscribe, tell your friends.
And
tell your family.
the Gophers, or what are they? No, the Meerkats.
The Meerkats, yeah, that's the number one with Hasselhoff, which is kind of...
Take out the
That's
Hoff.
just rubbish.
Yeah.
We don't mind what Boyle we beat. I mean, whether it's Frankie Boyle, Susan Boyle, all the Boyles
Or
are
a
for it.
Yeah.
Or a
Big
Boyle.
Weeping Boyle.
A facial Boyle.
Yeah.
Do they have podcasts?
They do now.
They should.
Good.
Moving on.
So now we've established that. Please subscribe and continue to tell your friends, family, and even people you don't know on the street if you like.
Yeah.
Just do that. But moving on, I don't want to just bang on about how successful we are. It's too long. We're
I do.
actually,
Let's keep going
really?
for a bit.
Should we just do a full hour? We're actually here to talk about official Nintendo magazine issue 50, which is on sale now. I've been told by the internet to stop plugging the magazine quite so hard, but I'm going to do it anyway. Sorry. It's on sale now. It's got some lovely packaging. It's got like a gold foil box, if you
Melt down.
work in magazines, that's deeply exciting. That sort of thing.
Impressed me.
And a lovely cover featuring Zelda Spirit Tracks. We've got the world's first review, Fred, and you were the guy to review it. Can you tell us about it?
I was the very lucky person to be the first to get. This is a very long sentence. Their hands on
It's all right.
the Zelda Spirit Tracks. I went down to Nintendo HQ and I sat in a room and I played it and I played it and I played it because we didn't have very long to do it. So it was a pretty intense gaming session. But the verdict is very positive by and large.
Do we have
like
noise?
it.
got some new
Possibly, we
noises
do
this
have some
month.
noises.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's quite
appropriate.
mysterious.
Yeah.
that.
We
But
probably should have done that
still good.
before I said it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have done.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, but it is good. The setup is very similar to the Phantom Hourglass. Pros, it's got a great sort of story, really nice setup in which some evil little leprechaun guy steals Princess Zelda's soul. So you've got to wander around with Zelda, Ghost of Zelda, doing all your standard Zelda-y stuff. So it's a really nice plot. It's sort of sorted out a lot of the stuff that was wrong with the first game. So that annoying Temple of the Ocean King. That everyone
that you have to keep
hated.
going back
You have
to.
God.
Yeah.
That has all been fixed. So there's a similar sort of temple to that, but you don't have to repeat anything that you've done before, and there's no annoying time limit. So that's fixed. There's still quite a lot of travelling around, this time in the boat rather than the train, but that's a little bit more enjoyable than it was last time.
There's more to do.
There's just more to do.
Stuff, right?
There's more to do while you're wandering around Hyrule doing your thing. And just generally very sort of solid dungeons.
You can pimp your train as well, can't you?
You can pimp your
Pretty cool.
train. There's lots of sort of returning characters and familiar faces and general fan service here and there.
Westwood pops up to help you pimp your train. Is that correct?
No, I think it's actually Exhibit. I think you'll find.
Oh right, okay.
Awesome.
Neil, I've played the game, so.
Apologies.
There's a bit of that. Downside, it's still quite easy. So if you like your rock hard Zelda games, you're probably gonna be a bit disappointed by that. But I mean, it's all so lovely and so well made and so charming that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's just a great time.
One thing I would say about the look of it, these Zelda games for whatever reason don't translate that well into magazine screenshots. Do they?
Well, that's just DS games, isn't it?
If you look at the screens in the mag, they look a bit dodgy, but in reality,
it's
I'm
lovely.
reliably
Yeah,
informed
no,
that it's lovely.
It's up there with the best on the DS in terms of visuals, and it's
All
got a
good.
lovely, it's lovely Zelda soundtrack, and it's good. It's very, very good, and
nice stuff.
I imagine we'll all be playing it
I
when
will.
it comes out.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm
Probably
happy to get hold of it.
absolutely.
When's it out? Is it
7th of December.
Yeah,
I
something
think.
like that. Yeah, so we should get office copies
So-
in soon. Hopefully, please Nintendo, if you're listening. Thanks very much.
But that's good. It's probably I would say the top DS game of the year.
Yeah,
Just.
bold statement,
Just.
Fred. Just. Okay.
But where it fits in the sort of Zelda pantheon of Zelda games is up for debate.
yeah,
But it's a good game. You'll
Okay.
like it.
better than Phantom Hourglass.
Better than Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But, some people liked it. Some people didn't.
Yeah.
A lot of people sort of really didn't get on with Phantom Hourglass.
I thought Phantom Hourglass was amazing.
I thought, I loved
Really,
it.
really
Well,
good.
you'll love it then. It's
Yeah.
good. Score might cause some controversy, I suppose, because we didn't give it
Internet
99, but we gave it a really, really good score.
That's a good score.
You can't really
Yeah,
complain.
We're not going to give it away. Obviously, you'll have to buy the
you
magazine.
Have to buy the
for that.
magazine. It took a few marks off because it's quite easy and there's some very familiar puzzles that you've done in a Zelda game a million times before.
I think 43 is a fair score.
Yeah,
Whoops.
absolutely. Spoilers. Again, if you're listening, Nintendo, it wasn't
Yeah.
43.
Yeah, significantly.
So moving on from that, amazing world first
Exclusive.
look, Sin and Punishment 2. Chris, you've been playing that?
Yeah.
It's punishing.
It's punishing and
Sinful.
sinful. It's mental. It's just, they should call it Sin, Punishment and Mania. Because it's just, I don't like using the word hardcore because that annoys me, the whole hardcore casual thing.
Yeah.
But if there ever was a game that was like a proper hardcore game, then this is it. Because it's just, the first level, I just died over and over and over again. It's just absolutely, you just fly through like...
Is that fun? Dying
yeah,
over and over again?
because it's not in a frustrating
You've seen
way.
Groundhog Day, surely?
You get the girl at the end.
Well, it's like it's completely down to your own skill as well. It's not in a frustrating way where like something just appears and kills you without any warning. It's like you're just flying through the first level. You're flying through this huge futuristic city with all these space bugs and guys shooting at you and flying behind tanks
I'd say
and
it
giant
looks-
eagles. And it's
I was peering over your shoulder while you were playing it. It does look amazing.
it's an incredible looking Wii game.
Yeah.
It's like it's probably one of the best looking games I've seen on the Wii because it throws so much at you and so fast and.
Any slow down?
Not that I could see. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen in later levels, where I'm assuming it'll get even more insane than it is just now because I'm still playing through it. I'm on like the third, fourth level, and it just gets more and more ridiculous. So I'd be interested to see if it does slow down later on. But so far, it seems pretty steady, and really impressed by it. It's easily one of the best games I've played on the Wii so far. Based on what I've played so far, I don't know if it's going to get.
That's quite a recommendation.
Certainly a big game for next year already.
We don't know when that's coming out in the UK, do we?
I don't think there's a set definitive date, but I'm thinking it's going to be like spring, summerish.
It'll be first half, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, it only just came out in Japan, so it's going to be a
Yeah.
while. Yeah, but definitely want to get excited about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Save up the pennies, kids,
Yeah,
as they say.
and
Presumably better than the original.
Yeah, I mean, I played the original a lot, the N64 one, on Virtual Console, and I couldn't imagine going back to it now with the new aiming style, because obviously now you use the remote to aim as you shoot, and I couldn't imagine going back to analog sticks. It totally changes the game.
yeah, that's
It's
good.
amazing.
All right, one to get pumped about, I reckon.
Yeah.
And-
I'd say so.
3-1 ups.
Three
It's
one
back,
up,
people.
3 up.
Wow.
Yeah, the sound machine is back.
Yeah.
We've got some new sounds this week, actually, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got
the
the
Zelda one.
A4 played Zelda one, which is Yeah,
pretty good.
we've got a bit of Donkey Kong, but it goes on for a bit longer than it used to. That should be it, but it goes on for a bit longer.
Good.
And then I've got my
Wayne
personal
gets the hammer,
favourite.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a personal favourite from Balloon Fight, which is
Well, that's quite good.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Yeah,
funky.
that's
That.
pretty
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that.
That's it. That's all I've got.
Maybe we should do a noise for each of these games.
I think we
I
should.
don't know. What would be the noise for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition, Simon? Yeah, mental.
I would say if someone could stick a recorder in front of me as I'm sort of walking over the hot coals of our magazine forum.
We've had an incredible reaction.
Yeah,
to your
I've just had to
review.
have a cup of sweet
on the
coffee
internet.
to calm the old
Yeah.
nerves. But it was quite a brutal assault on what was a fairly positive review, I thought, for a pretty decent shooter on the Wii.
Yeah, I mean it's a good conversion of a.
Yeah, it's got everything in.
game.
The only reason that I didn't give it quite the kind of stellar score that some people think it should have got is because visually, obviously, it that's by the by. It's a little rough around the edges. There's some sort of fairly sort of shaky textures and stuff like that in it. But mostly it's the sort of the technical stuff, like the frame rate's a little bit shonky in places when it gets really busy, and there's a bit of sort of pointer lag. When you're sort of aiming and stuff, it sort of takes a bit of time to sort of line up with your reticule in the middle of the screen. But generally, it's an absolutely brilliant conversion of the game. I thought I really enjoyed it.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's up there with World at War as one of the best shooters on the Wii. I would have thought it's.
Yeah.
Good online as well.
It's very good online. It's got all the sort of features of the the high def versions. It's got all the sort of leveling up stuff and the kind of almost the RPG elements to it. So there's loads there to get into. And it's,
if you like your Call of Duty,
it's
get involved.
very, very good. So I'm not really sure whether
You gave it a good review.
Who's not been keeping track of it. Simon posted a review on it was the day of release. Wasn't
Day
it?
of release,
last week.
yeah.
I
think it was the first review actually online.
Some Call of Duty nutters just attacked it for what we did
days.
was review it, like we do all games, play it thoroughly, and then gave it the score that we thought it deserved.
Yeah, I think
maybe somewhere we've gone wrong in that process of this game. I don't know. I don't know what's happened there.
I think some people think that we're a bit or that I'm a bit biased towards the PS3 and the 360 versions for some reason, but that's not the case at all.
No.
I thought on its own merits, it was a very, very good game.
Yeah.
But having said that, if you have played other versions of it, there's nothing for you here.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't quite compare. I mean, you can. There's the sort of standard Wii feature, which is you can reassign all the controller functions and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not quite up to par with the next gen versions.
Yeah, it's interesting shooters. I don't think anyone's quite nailed even though you'd think it's the perfect first person shooter control scheme.
Yeah.
No one's quite nailed it yet, apart from maybe Metroid, which isn't a proper shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why that is. Maybe it isn't the perfect control scheme, and everything I just said was nonsense.
I don't know. I mean, it should be the perfect control scheme, but I guess I don't know whether it's just because it's not been allied to a sort of the perfect game or what. But I don't know. There just seems to be a little bit of a gap in the market there.
I think you'll find Toy Story Mania has nailed it
with the hairdryer. With the hairdryer gun.
Perfect FPS action.
Absolutely.
There's less a first person shooter, more a first person just
depression machine.
Doom simulator.
It's a first person depression machine live for Wii.
What goes on in that?
It's garbage.
Mania,
it's like there was a
just mania.
There's a ride on some sort of Disney theme park somewhere where you just go in. It's like a shooting gallery.
Yeah.
And they thought it'd be hilarious to take that ride and put it on a Wii game. That 5-minute ride.
I think it was. I seem to recall us trying to figure out how to get through the menu screen like for 10 minutes by using the ray gun.
Brilliant.
It's also like a 3D game apparently, and it's the most
no
3D game I've ever seen. It comes with 2 pairs of 3D glasses, and it's like the worst 3D you've ever seen. You're like,
I think we put the 3D glasses on and then played a fun game of spot where the 3D actually is.
Yeah.
Maybe that
There
is
was
the
just-
game.
There was just a little bit in the background that slightly
Yeah, it was a
poked
tiny.
out.
It's like if you took the glasses off, you
Incredible.
wouldn't be able to see the. It's those red and blue ones, but you can barely see red and blue on the screen.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Yeah.
It was the same day that someone, or I think our sister PC magazine, PC Zone, had got the Resident Evil
Yeah, and that was
3D
genuinely
version of that, and that was absolutely brilliant. And then we got Toy Story.
That was terrible.
Yeah. We lost the 3D game.
Yeah,
we
the
did a bit,
3D
yeah.
revolution.
We got
is
the best
not
accessory
yet
though
here.
in terms of the gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty good.
Although
Yeah.
we did have Battle Rage before that. Everyone
Did that ever even get released?
Everyone
Yeah.
remembers Battle Rage. I don't know if it did. Battle Rage was a game that we were given to preview from the lovely chaps at Data Design Interactive.
Makers of
Ninja Bread Man,
Didn't mean to
Hamster
give away, sorry.
Heroes,
Many other classics.
Billy the Wizard, Rock and Roll
Adventures.
Adventures and other such trash. And yeah, so they gave us Battle Rage, which is like a mech fighting game. Only it's the gimmicks are the game's in 3D, so you can wear 3D glasses, and the robots move at 0.3 miles an hour,
Pretty cool.
making it the most pathetic 3D game ever.
Yeah.
Until Toy Story Mania came along.
Oh, I don't know. I think
Huh?
Toy Story Mania is better than
Yeah, I suppose in that it has Woody and Buzz Lightyear in it.
yeah, and
Yeah,
and
still makes
is
it
moves faster than 1 frame per hour.
Yeah. It's like you fire your gun and say, right, I'll go and
make a
make
cup
a
of
pot
coffee now.
noodle and come back and see if I hit the target.
Anyway,
Yeah.
How do we get onto that from Modern Warfare?
FPS.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay. So
Anyway.
we probably need to wrap that bit up. It's a good game if you like Call of Duty.
Yep, very good.
But not perhaps the conversion or game it could have been.
No, it's 2 years old for a start, so it's not quite as up to date as other versions, obviously, but still very good.
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
very strange game in that. Not to want to keep banging on about it, but a lot of people seem to really dislike it, and a lot of people were saying your score was way too high, and a
Yeah.
lot of people were saying it was way
Too low.
too
Yeah,
low.
yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know how
I
you
don't think
win.
we can ever win.
sort of,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think our review was fairly in line with everyone else's reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So be nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
We often
I can
say
take it.
this.
Don't get me wrong. I've got no problem with people venting their opinions. That's absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Just think you're all wrong.
There's a difference between there's a difference of opinion, and there's people saying this is a shambolic,
Yeah.
like
I
injustice. and
think
all that.
it
No.
reacds its low point when someone signed up as Simon Bramble sucks,
Which wasn't me.
just an amazing waste of time. What are you doing?
Spelled socks wrong, by the way.
It's just someone's going to look at that and go, "Oh, good point, actually."
Yeah.
He probably meant to sign up as Simon Bramble's socks, I imagine.
Yeah, they are a very angry pair of socks that I have at home. Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, I think we
enough
should,
about
we
that.
should move on. We've probably enraged even more people by talking
Yeah,
about it,
it's-
which is good news. This month I've been playing New Super Mario Brothers Wii. In fact, today I've sort of
You're swearing at it a lot today, Neil.
Yeah, I was swearing at it quite a lot. I played it for a bit too long at lunchtime, so sorry about that, guys.
That was what
Should have been doing some work really. But I really wanted to get onto the later parts, which I won't spoil. Right, I'm not spoiling anything there.
No.
Just the
No,
later parts,
okay,
that's
yeah,
fine.
that's okay. That's okay.
And
The cool stuff near the end of the game.
yeah,
Yes.
that could be literally anything. Yeah, I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's not the a couple of our fellow publications have marked it sort of lower than what you would expect.
Yeah.
Certainly what we expected. And then again, some other publications have marked it kind of in line with us.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that really, but clearly some people aren't as enamoured of it as we are. But
I just
would
think
say
some
they're
people-
quite miserable.
Some people seem to dislike fun, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seems to be an aversion to having
Yeah.
a good time out there.
Maybe some of the people weren't quite as good at it as you and Chris were. Maybe
Yeah,
they just got
maybe
a bit
that's it.
frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because it's a little bit harder, isn't it?
Just to compare and contrast, I don't know if I should admit this. I'm sure I'm allowed
Yeah.
to play other games. I played Modern Warfare 2 last week.
The Weaver. Oh my good God, you
on
never did.
another console.
Terrorist.
Get out.
I know. Insurgent in there. Sorry, everyone. And it's good. I liked it a lot. It was pretty short, and I wasn't as wowed by it as
It certainly wasn't a life-changing
everyone else
Yeah.
in the world is. I don't know. It's all opinion at the end of the day. But you know, I would take New Super Mario Brothers Wii over Modern Warfare 2
Yeah.
any day of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
week. It's just more fun,
Yeah.
more instant fun.
You
There's,
put-
there's no just. I don't know.
You'll probably go back to it after you finished Mario Brothers as well, won't you? Try and find all
Yeah.
those last
Find all your extra.
little
Yeah.
bits and stuff.
Absolutely, there's lots of little secrets
Yeah,
tucked away, and it's more fun.
Better
than,
multiplayer.
than hiding in some grass,
Yeah.
looking into the distance through. I don't know.
Getting jam all
clearly
all
being a
over
bit
the screen as
facetious
well.
About it, but you know, I think it's a fantastic game,
Yeah.
and not the letdown that some people have made out.
Although there is that
It
level
is.
late in Mario where he goes through Goomba International Airport and starts jumping on all the Goombas.
Gunning
all
the
over
place.
That was a bit out of place. I thought.
I actually shed a tear at that point.
Yeah, and that Koopa
Yeah.
Trooper reaches.
I think
for the shell
they
and
might
just
have
doing
removed
fireball.
that from the final build they've
did they?
released in the shops.
Just forget what
Yeah.
I said.
The Daily Mail had a right pop at that level, didn't
They
they?
did. It's
Yeah.
like Mario Bloodbath.
Spoilers.
Well, yeah.
Oh man.
I think
Brilliant.
I think Fred's right. They did take that level out. There's
Yeah.
no more
Yeah,
World
no, that's
10.
good. Good.
It's gone.
It'll be in the director's cut.
Yeah.
The 18 rated.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
All
look
right.
forward to that.
Moving on from Mario terrorist atrocities, it definitely didn't happen and will never happen. Rabbids Go Home, Chris.
Yeah,
That's pretty good, isn't it?
it's alright.
Yeah.
I don't like the other Rabbids games.
Mm.
I should make that clear just now. I despise them.
Really?
Yeah, no,
They're,
I hate
they're
them.
good chuckle, aren't they?
In short,
I don't.
you know,
I
small
don't like
doses.
Harsh.
that. You know that.
Yeah.
Don't like that. That really annoys me. It doesn't make me
Fair
laugh at all at any point. So I wasn't expecting much with this, but it's really good. I like it. So if it can convert me,
Yeah.
a Rabbids hater,
You were genuinely lolling.
yeah,
Oh,
it was.
that
There was
remote
while
control bit,
playing
that
it.
was
a few,
awesome.
a few
Yeah, that was
lols,
pretty
a
cool.
couple of lamaus, and even a few ruffles that chucked in for
Ruffles.
good measure. Yeah, it was really good. It's like that bit's just the kind of just a daft bit with the add in where your rabbit's trapped in a remote
Yeah.
and you can shake the remote about to make him go ba 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 and bounce about, and you can
Electrocute his head and stuff.
you can electrocute him and clamp his head and all this kind of stuff. It's quite funny. But the actual game itself is really easy, which is disappointing, but it's clearly aimed at younger gamers, so that's to be expected. But it is really funny as well. It's just weird. It's just a really French game.
It's genuinely quite an odd
It's really
game.
French.
I mean, it's like, it
Properly
does things that
French.
you've
That's
not
good.
really seen in a game before. Not necessarily like a massive groundbreaking way, but it's just very,
Yeah.
very
It's
eccentric.
just obviously
lot
you're
of
going about in a
mental stuff.
shopping cart picking up things, but it includes like picking up people's clothes. You run up to people in a locker room, or even just in a supermarket, and go rah and scream at them, make their clothes fall off and pick their clothes off. So there's like all these guys and women running about in their underwear, hiding and going, "Oh no!" And that's what. It's like loads of pretty blatant product, like
Oh, really?
product placement as well. There's a pretty blatant Capri Sun
Oh,
advert in there and all this kind of
Capri
stuff.
Sun still exists.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
Absolutely.
impressive.
It's all good. But yeah, so I think it's good fun. It's really funny. It's the funniest game on the Wii, which is a hell of a statement considering I despised the other games and didn't find them funny in the slightest. But
Yeah, that's quite a turnaround.
yeah, but it's not going to challenge you.
Hmm.
But if you just want to laugh, it's worth a go.
Yeah.
It's not the best game of the year, but
No.
it's a
It's
nice
good fun.
surprise.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of Wii only, which is more than I can say about the DS version, which is
Yeah, which
beyond
is
atrocious.
Terrible. Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing. They could have just done like a side-scrolling version of the Wii one, or
Yeah.
a top-down.
It's sort of like
It's just a
it's,
Garbage
it's
puzzle
like
game.
supposedly like Lemmings in the fact that you have to set up stuff,
Yeah.
right? And the
Mm.
rabbits keep walking, and you have to go
yeah.
through
You
a
set
level.
you set up objects and then press the go button and expect like, everything to take care of itself and the rabbits to bounce off boxing gloves and stuff like that until they get to the end. It's just glitchy mess. it's just
Oh dear.
pathetic.
We're going to give away a copy of that. That's what we usually do, isn't it? I don't think we are. This
No,
week.
No,
I wouldn't.
better not.
I wouldn't subject anyone to that.
Actually, while we're talking about, I know I shouldn't plug the magazine, but I'm going to. If you subscribe to Official Nintendo magazine this month,
The
you
low,
get-
low price. I don't know what it is, like 10
£11
p.m. a month or
It's
something.
cheap. It's so cheap
Yeah.
we don't even pay attention to the number.
Yeah.
It's so cheap that even we subscribe and we make the magazine.
We get free
Yeah.
copies.
You actually get a copy of Rabbids Go Home on Wii, which we've just said is really good fun.
That's a pretty awesome
I
deal.
think that's a great deal.
Considering it's,
and I'm being genuine. I think that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
best subscription offer we've done.
considering it's a brand new game.
Brand new game, yeah.
It's not like a game that's like a year older in. It's
Yeah.
literally a brand new game.
Yeah, so snap it up.
Get on
Please. Didn't mean for that to sound aggressive anyway.
Snap up immediately on the more podcast.
Or else.
I'm going to find the little coin noise now.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Label
You
it.
should mark those up.
There it
There we
is.
go. Label
You sound like George
Yeah,
Lamb.
Get 'em in.
There we go.
Save your pennies.
it. Stabbing at buttons.
Oh man, this is anarchy. A Boy in His Blob, Fred. And
The point is,
Pico
yeah, I mean, other than Zelda, which I was only allowed to play in Nintendo Zelda HQ, Nintendo HQ.
picked. I imagine Zelda HQ.
That'd be
So you
amazing.
never get in the front door.
Yeah.
There'd be some weird puzzle somewhere.
Yeah.
You'd have to organise things in a certain order. It'd be a nightmare. But anyway, so other than
Come
that,
on,
I
you
haven't
never
really
got
been
in.
playing anything new. But I did pick up A Boy in His Blob, and I thought
Yeah.
that was fun and just very, very lovely indeed.
Hmm.
And I noticed that it literally sold. I think it sold 4 copies in the entire country.
There's just no
Real
justice.
shame.
With big shame,
Really
because
enjoyed that.
you won't get more of these games if no one buys them. So it's just great. I mean, arguably it could be on WiiWare,
Yeah.
but lovely game. And also I've been on the train a lot this month, and art style Pico picked. It's
Which
an old
is-
game,
I
but it's
find that really, really hard. But
Wow.
you've been blazing through it. somehow.
blazing. That's a staggeringly good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
I love it. It's my favourite DSI
I
weird
think
game.
I got up to like the bit where you make Bowser spoilers. But that's like
It's no good
level-
saying it
That's
afterwards.
literally like level 3 or something.
That's
Yeah.
like I think it's level 14, maybe.
But then
How
once
many
you've done
levels are there?
there's 15, but once you've done the 15, then you do the remix ones,
Right.
which is like
Sort of ninja
level
hard.
1 of remix is harder than level 15.
It's already crazily hard.
I finally
I
when
don't
it,
have the
when it
mental
first came out,
capacity
it took
to
me
do
like
it.
a fortnight of like solid like hours and hours on it, and I finally got just by pure luck
Yeah.
got the 15th one.
That's,
on
it's really
remix.
good, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Love-
That's great. I mean,
lot
it
of
took me
cool
a
retro
while
stuff
to
in
get
there.
around to playing it, but it is one of the best games of the year without a doubt.
Yeah, by far.
A surprise gem. Although not a surprise, really. Pretty much all those are
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
are pretty
Yeah.
They're
good.
all really good, yeah.
And it's got awesome soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
Like it's got
Yeah.
this weird like chip tune hip hop remix
Yeah.
of the Bowser boss battle theme, which is just like
Yeah, it's amazing.
Pretty
Madness.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and I haven't actually played it, obviously, but I did get to see Epic Mickey in action this month in a bus in Shoreditch.
A bus.
Which is really odd. I don't know if I told you about this. Like Warren Spector, the developer and sort of head honcho of the company that's making the game, Junction Point, showed us what the game was like. On a bus in a sort of hollowed out warehouse in Shoreditch, which is really
Nice.
unusual.
It's the episode of Playbus we didn't see.
It's the Shoreditch stop.
Yeah.
We should get that on later.
Look, there's some bloke in skinny jeans. There's a rubbish electro
Yeah,
indie band.
it's a very very odd experience, but that game looks. I like the fact that they're being incredibly ambitious, and he's clearly a big fan of his own game, as you would be. But he talks very well about it and about the ambitions he has for it. It sounds pretty mental. It's like a action adventure platformer role playing game. Every
genre ever and
mashed
Yeah.
into one,
sports.
and you can sort of thin out or paint in the scenery and do all kinds of other stuff, which you can read about in the issue on sale now, kids. Got another one in. Yes.
So would you say epic win or epic fail for Epic Mickey?
I don't know. It's too early.
Okay.
Would I-
Epic. I don't know.
Epic maybe.
Epic maybe.
Big question mark.
Yeah.
When I saw when the screenshots came in, I looked at it, and the first thing I said was Banjo Kazooie. Is that was I being
Yeah.
host like really unfair? Not that that's a bad thing. 'Cause Banjo Kazooie was awesome, obviously.
It's a bit darker. It's kind of.
I had-
reminded me of Psychonauts. If you remember
Right,
that.
yeah.
It's got that sort of slightly mental, psychedelic darkness to it, but with Mickey Mouse and lots of, Donald turns up as a sort of malfunctioning robot and stuff.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. He's obviously been given a lot of license to play around with that universe, and I think it looks really interesting. One to watch out for.
There's been a big backlash amongst like the hardcore Mickey fans about how
the
they
hardcore Mickey fans.
Well, the old guys who were around at the time, they used to love Mickey, and he's got a big fan base, and people are complaining that why do they have to make him dark and evil and all this sort of stuff?
Well, like Fantasia, like the first feature Mickey Mouse film, that was dark.
Yeah,
it
was.
Yeah.
I remember that one as well where Mickey goes to Brixton and knives a couple of chavs as well.
Yeah.
He's always been quite dark.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it was a dream you had, Chris. I don't think that actually happened.
I've seen that. It's got Danny Dyer.
I've seen it happen.
Danny Dyer.
Dexter Fletcher. He's the wide boy in it.
And Jason Statham.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And Mickey Mouse.
It's a classic.
And Ermintrude the cow.
I think it's on film 4 tonight, actually. So, keep an eye out for that.
Let's wrap it up quickly then.
Yeah. Let's. Assassin's Creed 2, Simon, which is reviewed in the issue on sale now.
It is, yes.
Another one.
Really boring. I was kind of hoping it was going to be like a classic Prince of Persia type thing, all side-scrolling platforming loveliness, and it's set in Venice, so plenty of opportunity for dramatic backdrops and stuff, but you just go left to right, jumping up and down and killing guards and jumping in hay.
Yeah.
Jumping in hay?
Yeah.
Well,
the
good enough, I'm sold.
The thing you hide in is exactly the same
every time. Oh no! Sometimes it's a pile of hay in a cart, and sometimes it's just a pile of hay on the floor.
Wow, that's.
Is there a bit when you have to climb into a dustbin and then creep up on people from behind by slowly edging forward in the dustbin?
If only there were. There's not. No.
There's not even one of those.
No, there's not even one of those. But there is a really clever, innovative thing where you collect wanted posters. Cleverly, you can put your own face onto those wanted posters with a DSi camera.
That will entertain people for
a minute,
5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
at least.
Cool.
I've run out of stuff to talk about.
DS. I mean, people seem to miss the trick on the DS. It's like they seem afraid to make just a cool, old-fashioned platformer for the DS games.
Just do it. And the weird thing is, as well, it's like because instead of using the stylus to do it, like Zelda does really well. You have to use the face buttons, and it's really complicated because you have to use the shoulder buttons as well. And just if you've got big fingers, it just doesn't quite work. So you end up falling off ledges and stuff.
Yeah, I'd like that. Assassin's Creed in general is all about both stealth and sort of parkour, free running stuff, right?
Yeah.
So why don't they just make a game where, in one level, pay attention, developers. This is gold. In one level, it's like a Mario speed run where you just have to get through it as fast as possible, and then next one you have to hide from stuff. Like what
2D map.
There are levels like that.
What they've actually done is just done both at the same time.
Yeah. Well, they do try to they do try to cut it up a little bit by doing that kind of level where you've just got to get through as quickly as possible. But then they'll do a different type of level where you have to chase someone, or a different type of level where you have to protect someone.
It's
It's dull either way.
I think we should move on.
Yeah.
Don't buy this.
We got like a death noise.
Yeah, we have.
There you go.
Not for people with big fingers.
No.
You know what they say about people with big fingers?
Oh, indeed, no fingers.
Get a
Big
DSi XL.
Actually, I mean, the game will come into its own when the DSi XL comes out.
Yeah, because big fingers are catered.
Yeah, and it's got that massive.
I don't understand the big fingers reference. Sorry.
Well, just because when you're playing Assassin's Creed on the DS, because you've got to bend your fingers around the bumpers and the face buttons, it hurts.
Simon was just demonstrating how painful it would be
with claw hands.
Medium.
Yeah.
But, with claw hands, it'd be the less.
Twisted.
Yeah, you
can't say that. He's dead.
Right. Huh? Can't label the dead.
Just made a bleed.
We should totally. And finally, on the games, what we've been playing list, Silent Hill: Shattered Memories, Chris.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
It's not called Silent Hill: Shattered Memories, Chris.
Yeah,
it's just
like Pokemon
Chris,
Red and Blue.
Talk about it, please.
Yeah, it's good. I'm loving it in the style of DJ Pied Piper. Loving it. It's good. Lord. It's like a proper. It's a really scary survival horror game. It's a remake of the first Silent Hill, but that doesn't really mean it's the same game. It's the same kind of basic plot, but the whole gameplay is completely different. There's no weapons in it whatsoever. The whole point is just to avoid, pretty much to escape and get away from the various dodgy creatures that are about. And it's got this really weird psychological profiling all the way through it, where whatever you do in the game pretty much changes the whole game, how you play it. So the soundtrack will change, the characters you meet look different depending on the answers you give in tests, and the way if you just blaze into loads of rooms, the game kind of reacts to that, and people are a bit more upfront with you when they talk to you and all that. Whereas if you're kind of cautiously going in and everything, then people are react differently. It's pretty cool. It basically means that the game will be different every time you play it, depending on how you.
See,
that sounds like
the Grudge did that, but instead of making the game different every time you play it, you just get a rating saying either you're a wuss or you're really brave at the end of each level. That was it.
Just a bit rubbish. But this could be real. It pretty much learns what you're scared of and learns what you're like, and then adjusts the game accordingly.
Because there's the lady with the police lady with the slightly more unbuttoned top, depending on what pictures you look at in the game. Yeah,
exactly. So if there's dodgy, not dodgy, but there's kind of racy photos on the side of some walls and stuff like that. And if you spend a lot of time looking at them, like if you obviously you're pointing a flashlight with the Wii remote, and if you'd spend a bit more time than you really should be looking at these, then when you go to meet the nurse, the policewoman later on, she's kind of dressed in a slightly more risque apparel.
Right. So what happens if you just look at them for hours?
She's got a tie on.
Then you should be playing sexy poker instead.
Download.
You're playing the wrong game.
Okay. Not that I would do that. Just minute.
No. Yeah. I've already got it. But yeah, it's good. It's well, I say it's good. It's still at preview stage, but it's looking good. It's
out soon, February, I think.
Yeah. So when are we doing that review? But that was based on preview code, isn't it? What we've seen so far.
If it's not next issue, it'll be the issue.
It'll probably be 52, maybe 52. No, 53. I've lost count. It'll be soon.
Yeah, I'm thinking 52.
End of January, February. Probably.
Yeah,
52, 53.
All right, one to watch out for.
Yeah, it's good.
And moving on.
Our favourite bit of the show.
Reader questions. Or should we do greatest Nintendo moments?
Body Harvest.
What do you want to do first?
Yeah, do the moments.
Moments. All right. Well, as part of our special 50th issue, we've chosen the 50 greatest who have done 50th issue.
It's good.
It's clever. Very clever.
That is good.
Groundbreaking magazine.
Blew my mind.
50 greatest Nintendo moments of all time. So I just thought it'd be good to, as a little taster for what's in the magazine, go around the table and ask people what their sort of favourite Nintendo moment is without spoiling the feature. So
without actually saying any of the 50 moments that are in the list,
we can hint at a few.
Okay.
I reckon.
Okay.
Have we all got copies of... Right, I'll go first, shall I?
Yeah.
Well, one that I suggested and I'm very keen on. I don't know if it's my favourite of all time, but I think it's an amazing moment. The first sort of 10 minutes of Star Fox, probably not even 10 minutes, first 5 minutes, when you see the big space battle kicking off, and then you see your R-Wings fly through that little tunnel and out into the game, and the music's just perfect, and it shows off what the Super FX chip can do, and I was just amazed when I saw that.
That's the bit that had the muffled speech as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take off. Sorry.
You've been taking lessons from that guy in Police Academy. He does all the sound effects.
Jimi Hendrix guy. Like, you know, there's a Jimi Hendrix one in the third movie.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
You haven't, have you?
No, I've taken
that was a silly question.
Speech lessons from General Pepper.
Fair enough. So that's my moment. I'm not going to tell you where that ranks because you have to read the magazine.
Well, my favourite moment wasn't actually in the top 50 features, so that in itself has spoilt the entire feature. But it's the bit in Body Harvest, which was the precursor to Grand Theft Auto.
You did.
Simon's been banging on about body.
Yeah, well, I just think it's a really underrated game, and yeah,
It's good, I'm with you there.
But the bit I'm talking about is after all manner of vehicle hopping, like you'd be able to have a Harrier jump jet and a Scud missile and all that sort of stuff. Just when you think it can't get any better, you happen upon level Area 51 in the Nevada desert, and you get to fly a flying saucer and all kinds of jet prototype aircraft, and it's just absolutely brilliant. And you get to muck about with aliens as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like dead aliens.
That's a good
Brilliant.
one. I agree with that.
Really cool.
So that's not in the top 50.
Sounds sinister.
No, but
But-
it's good.
Oh, probably would have made number 51 if it had
Yeah,
been
enough.
Let's say
51.
Yeah,
That's number
that
51,
was actually
yeah?
number 51. Yeah.
It was.
Okay. Happy.
Thanks.
Happy now.
Or it can be number 49A or something. 49 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Chris, what's your moment?
Mine's is another one which wasn't in it because I don't think it really classifies.
Hang on, I'm sorry, but if two of them, because mine's not going to be in it either, so
No, because
none of
mine-
our favourite moments were actually in the list.
No, because
who
mine's
made
is-
up the
We're trying not
list?
to
No,
spoil the
because
feature.
the feature is
We
the
don't
50
wanna spoil it.
greatest. The feature's 50 greatest moments, and this isn't technically a great moment. It's just my favourite moment, but
Yeah.
it technically
I think
it's
hairs
actually
are being
very poor.
split here.
No. Well, basically, it's because it's the common.
Totally ruined the
No.
credibility of our feature.
No, because the feature's the greatest moments, and this isn't great. It's actually technically very poor.
It's just other moments that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my personal favourite
We're gonna
moment.
mention
To give
that.
you a
All right.
taste.
Okay, it's just an
Stop-
excuse.
Stop ruining the magazine, Fred.
It's the commentary in ISS 64, which technically
that
is brilliant.
See,
Tony Hubba
but
Bubba Gubba.
it's not good enough
But
to go in the top 50
it's
because
brilliant because it's a bit rubbish.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's like
Is
so
that the
it's not a great moment because
Fresh
it's
blood is
atrocious.
coming in.
Yeah, fresh blood is coming in. And the way that they obviously the recorded really basic commentary because it's an N64 game and they could only put so much in the cartridge. So all the team names were they only recorded like 2 different versions of the team names at different levels of excitement.
Yeah.
So it never really fitted properly with the speech before the start. So it's like that was a disappointing result for Ireland. it's the best game ever.
Which I don't know if it's in the 64 one, but he at some point after a header, he definitely says that man must have a steel skull, which is amazing. I think it's steel,
That was a-
right?
yeah, that was
Iron
a
skull, something like
PlayStation one, wasn't it?
that. Yeah,
Vice
amazing,
Incredible. So yeah, that's
proper
and-
Alan Partridge stuff.
and every time you play through ball, I go, good foresight. Yeah. It sounded a bit like Bruce Forsyth because it was really like, like Bruce Forsyth. Amazing.
There
So
is-
yeah, that's
At some point, also, I seem to remember, if you get booked, he says that's an early bath. No, it's not.
Really
Is it? When you get sent off, that's an early bath. I don't
Yeah.
even know if footballers have baths after.
Yeah.
No,
They have showers now, don't they?
Do they?
yeah. So
Maybe if they
But
pulled a muscle, they'll have
it's
like
pretty
a,
much wrong on it and every level. You know,
I think they do
It's,
baths in rugby, but
Yeah, but they're a different
Breed.
sort, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not talk about
so
that.
yeah, that's mine. Is the
Fred,
What's yours, Fred?
my. Well, I'm not going to say a moment that I have enjoyed
a
in
moment that
gaming.
you enjoyed. Not one of the greatest, but just.
Well, I
you know,
campaigned for this to go in, and it
something
didn't. It got shouted down in favour of another moment from this game. Spoiler.
else. Yeah.
I mean, it'll sound a bit odd and possibly a little bit dark, but my sort of fondest memory of the SNES
Yeah.
back when I was a wee bairn, aged whatever I was, 12 or something, was Pilot Wings, the skydiving game in that, and just jumping out of the plane and not opening your parachute.
Yeah. That's not.
I know it's terrible, but it was great. No, it was good.
That's just you being.
I think it-
sadist.
what happened again? They made a hole in it.
It made a black hole in the ground. I don't
That's
know.
quite
I got
cool.
a lot of fun out of that.
Yeah.
Just repeatedly killing my parachutist.
Yeah. So that's.
I was so
fun game.
distressed when the Sports Resort came out and you couldn't
Yeah,
send
you can do
your
that.
skydiver plunging to
Can you not do that?
no because
No,
it opens
it
automatically.
automatically.
No. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh,
Shocking.
travesty.
Shocking.
So that was. I mean, okay, yeah, that's not a great Nintendo moment, but it's pops to my mind as something that I used to do quite a lot. I
Yeah.
used to play Spider Wings,
Yeah.
but
Alright.
you know, Mario's good too, and Zelda and stuff.
There goes the expert opinion.
So we've done.
Nintendo magazine.
So we've done the 50 greatest moments feature, and only one of us has come up with one. That was actually in the feature. It's like,
Yeah, well, we don't want to.
Yeah, we don't wanna spoil it.
Magazine,
Don't
right?
Mm,
God,
that's
this hasn't gone well, has it?
that's going great.
We'll move on. We'll move on.
Yeah, let's.
Right. Reader questions. 4 questions. There's 5 questions. No, 4. Sorry. Difficulty counting there. Ninty Spong asks. He claims that's his real name. Ninty Spong. What's a Spong?
Spong.
Is that offensive?
Nah,
Let's hope not.
It's a cross between a spork and a
prong.
I don't know.
Good work.
Yeah.
He or she says, after the disappointment that was Mario Party 8, what do you think should be done / changed to make a hypothetical new, much better Mario Party?
Better sound system. Get some DJ.
More girls.
Get some. I don't know.
For starters, I would.
Sorry, we're just talking about parties in general.
I would call it hypothetical.
Better
Mario Party.
canapes. They should need more of those little wieners on sticks, with the barbecue sauce.
I'd agree with that. I think speaking seriously now.
Don't scrimp on.
Let's get serious.
I think they should actually make it for the Wii this time, because the last one was clearly a GameCube game that they just held back on and then brought out for the Wii.
Yeah.
Because there were so many games that they said, turn the remote on its side.
I thought Mario Party 8 was alright.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's okay. I wouldn't spend too much time on it, but
Yeah.
as a party game, it's okay.
Yeah, in terms of compared to carnival games and
Yeah.
all that garbage, it was
Not one of Mario's finest moments.
no,
No, not up there with Pilot Wing's suicide parachuting. But
but
No.
that is.
it was alright.
Very few things are.
So yeah, I would change a lot.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Put Funky
what?
Kong in it.
I think I would just ditch the series altogether because there's 8 of them, and
I don't know.
are they ever that good? Really?
Kind of got enough party games on.
Yeah,
Wii,
there's
right?
more than enough. Make a new Body
Wii
Harvest
Sports
game.
Resort
So I
is
say.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can't really,
Body Harvest.
yeah, that'll
Body
go
Harvest
down
party.
well with the family at Christmas.
Well, there's lots of other Nintendo games. There's lots of other
Yeah.
Mario games that I'd rather see them make than another Mario Party game.
Yeah.
Mario Party DS2. Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
As long as they put in multi-card,
Yeah.
single card play. So all the kids at school
I'm
and
not,
that have got
I'm not sure
8
about
DSs.
handheld party games.
How can you have a
Does
party
that
if you're all
work?
Yeah.
hanging out with DSs?
You're all
I don't
looking
know.
at your own screen.
It's a pertinent
Yeah.
point.
Kind of. Anyway, I don't know. Mario Party 8. What? I guess you could do WarioWare style. The best games from WarioWare featuring motion sensing, and expand on those a little, or stick a motion plus.
But then you
Nah.
just said it. I mean, basically, WarioWare and Wii Sports Resort have totally done away with the
they've-
need
they've
for
kind
Mario
of
Party.
done it, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Should we? I think we should.
Answered.
Yeah.
We should probably.
What?
On that note, ditching.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we should.
No.
All right. I'll leave you to guess what Frank was gesturing there. Because I can guess, frankly. But anyway, Sam Retelik, presume that's his real name.
Retelik. That sounds like a
Retelik?
prescription drug, man.
Retelik.
Retelik.
Retallica.
Yeah, him or her. Says, hey, I was wondering who the O&M staff play as on Mario Kart Wii. I'm a random
Yeah.
fan. I like the fact that you can play.
It just depends on your mood.
It makes it completely different, doesn't it? If you play as like Wario, and then you go and play as Diddy Kong, it just makes it more interesting. I'm not really too bothered about winning.
Do you
Go for
ever
Funky
play as
Kong.
Baby Peach though? Ever?
If it comes up and
Really?
I've done,
You'd be happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm secure in my masculinity. So I don't mind playing as a baby girl.
Funky Kong every time. Funky
Why
Kong
Funky
on a bike.
Kong?
Because he's a
Funky
funky
Kong
monkey.
on a bike.
He's a funky.
He's a
monkey.
funky monkey, and there's not much in life that is more important than that.
I always thought my thing with the Funky
Very
Kong was
true.
if he genuinely was funky, he wouldn't feel the need to
Need to say
call
it.
himself Funky Kong.
That's
yeah,
true.
I think he's making up for some chronic insecurities
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's another reason why I like him. I kind of feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't choose him, then
It's a
everyone else.
sympathy vote.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Well, if I don't choose him, it's like he's not getting picked to the school football team, and
Yeah.
everyone else is racing, and he's just sitting crying,
Yeah,
saying,
just
He'll be
crying.
off. He'll be off in a funk somewhere.
"Yeah."
Weeping little
Yeah.
monkey tears.
Just saying everyone thought I was funky, and then I say, "Listen, Funky Kong, time to roll," and he goes, and it's time to roll with Funky Kong. So that's why.
Awesome.
All right,
Simon. Have you answered yet?
No, I don't
know
play
if
it
you
out
care.
of.
Yeah.
No, don't care.
You are fired for having said that.
No, the point is, right, the publication, the online publication to our next, to the group of desks to our right, they've absolutely murdered it for me, so I don't play it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair enough. CVG.
Yeah.
Play it for like an hour, hour and a half every day.
For the last 500 however many days.
But we get to,
I used to really enjoy it.
Eavesdrop on their swearing and tantrums and stuff like that.
Or every now and again you get someone stamping his foot on the floor and then your cup of tea would go everywhere. Like it would just, coffee all over the keyboard. Rubbish.
They recently unlocked something for doing 2,500 races.
No, they're way over 4,000 races now.
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know, probably.
I think they're still
Kong.
because they've never played it in single player. They're still unlocking stuff through the multiplayer way. So I think
they did unlock it. Was it Baby Funky Kong they unlocked?
No, he's not. I think it was.
I like the idea that it just goes on forever.
Funky child, funky chimp. It was
if you have like a million multiplayer races, you unlock like Sonic or something.
Spoilers.
You unlock the bloke out of Body Harvest.
Yeah. And a UFO.
Scrooge McDuck. Gotta mention DuckTales.
Yeah.
Right, enough of that. Joe Taylor asks...
I didn't get to say my favourite character.
What?
You said Baby Peach?
No, you said...
I said not Baby Peach.
Okay. Who's your favourite character?
I don't know what my favourite character is, to be honest.
Aye. So it's like
wasn't even worth asking, was it?
It's Baby Daisy.
No, I went through a bit of a rally romper phase. I mean, that's not a character; it's a cart. But
So we're talking about Mario Kart.
But then I went to
personal life.
yeah. I went to play with the big boys over at CBG, and I tried to play with rally romper, and I got laughed out of the room.
They're also too good to play with, aren't they?
Yeah, no, you can't be doing
boys.
it.
Just very aggressive.
Scum.
Very aggressive.
I know by rights
Subhuman
we
scum.
should actually be amazing and better than them at Mario Kart.
Yeah, but we spend time
We're
writing the
just
magazine, whereas
we've got.
We're too busy writing the magazine and playing Body Harvest.
Yeah.
The thing is, we play all the games that come out, not just the one game for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would explain
CVG.
it.
We're calling you out
Yeah.
or something.
They haven't got a podcast to respond with.
That's
They
true enough.
Probably don't care either.
We could take them at Toy Story Mania, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Smash them. Absolutely.
Next.
Joe Taylor asks, what is the worst game you've actually bought, in all caps? Preview and review codes don't count. I would say the most disappointed I've ever been was when I was a young lad and I had a Mega Drive and I saved up for about 2 months to buy a cool spot, and I thought it was rubbish. And that was all my pocket money for 2 months gone. I had to start again. I was pretty distraught.
Cool Spot was incredible.
Still haunts me to this day, if I'm honest.
I liked it.
That's it. Sorry to bring things down a little.
I think probably
Cool Spot was not cool.
I liked it.
I was really.
It's better than Fido Dido, the other 7-Up mascot.
That's true. That is true.
I think the worst one I bought, well, it came through with a Spectrum magazine, like in 1991 or something, and it was a tape of demo games, full games actually, and one of them was called Mars Sport.
Mars Sport.
Mars Sport.
How you spell it? Oh, as in Mars Port.
but all one word. And it was just essentially you walking right to left down this like red corridor,
Right.
looking for a fire extinguisher or a gun or an axe. It was a bit like Total Recall, but without Arnie, without all the guns and excitement and fake prosthetics and stuff like that. And but the thing is, before you could actually play the game, you had to answer this code word into the game, otherwise it wouldn't load up. And they give you these really obscure clues, and I managed to figure out the clue.
Yeah.
As well as spend £3 in this game, and then I actually got the game, and it was rubbish.
It was rubbish.
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
Yeah.
Chris?
I had a few. I've written one down, but I'm going to change it. It was Rescue the Embassy Mission on the NES. It was basically...
Why'd you buy that?
I don't know. No, I've had a period where I would kind of trade games in and all this kind of stuff, and that was one I got.
Fair enough.
And in theory, it sounded awesome, but it was an absolute stinker.
It does
It's like
sound awesome, I gotta say.
Yeah, it was like you get these 4 SWAT team guys, and it's like the game split into 4 different stages. And the first one, you got to run to this building without spotlight seeing you. I don't know why SWAT teams being attacked by spotlights, but fair enough. So then you jump in bushes and hide in shadows and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the building, you climb up it.
What was this game called again?
Rescue the Embassy Mission.
Christ,
Google it,
I
kids.
think I remember that.
Yeah. So when you get to the top of the building, you then have a sniper mode, and you got to shoot windows
Yeah.
and shoot like terrorists and
It's
stuff.
ringing bells.
Yeah, and then you slide down like a wire and boot the windows in. So you're
Yeah.
in the building, and then you've got to run through the levels and shoot guys. Atrocious.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I played that around my cousin's house when
Yeah.
I was about, I don't know, must be very young.
It was pretty bad.
An
That
interesting
plus
fact.
Home Alone on a Mega Drive.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Home Alone.
You bought that?
I can't imagine
Rented,
that ever
yeah.
being good. He picks it up and thinks, this is
Ooh,
going to
some
be...
It's
Well,
alright.
I did like Home Alone at the time. I had one of those
True.
talk boy things, you know, the thing he's got in Home Alone 2 when he slows the
Yeah.
voice down.
Oh yeah.
Credit card, you got it. That one. I had that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You must have seen Home Alone 2.
Voice
I
changer
have, but
thingy.
I don't think
Yeah, back when, was 10 years old when it came out,
Yeah.
I haven't got
Oh, come
I
on, it's
can't-
vintage.
Scene by
I can't
scene
recall
memory of
its greatest moments.
It's vintage.
Fair enough.
a maybe.
What about you, Fred?
I'm a very tasteful man, so I rarely buy bad games. I do remember buying. This is going to anger someone at this table.
What?
I remember buying Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg
Yeah?
for the GameCube, just because purely I wanted to need something to play, and that was all there was, or something
Yeah.
like. And I got about a quarter of an hour in, and I was just like, "This is diabolical." Did it suddenly get amazing?
I liked it.
I quite enjoyed it.
I thought it was
alright.
terrible,
I don't
absolutely
play it.
terrible.
I'm glad he's going to be in Sonic and Sega Racing.
Yeah.
Billy
I-
Hatcher confirmed.
Really not too bothered about that actually.
One game that did... I wouldn't say it was bad. It was just infuriatingly difficult. Bart versus the Space Mutant.
Yeah. That was hard.
Just insanely hard. Like, even the first level was just
Yeah.
stupidly
That way you need
hard.
to turn everything red.
Yeah, you have to spray paint everything, like, purple or something.
Yeah.
And the Game
it's
Boy
just
one
so
as well
hard.
was ridiculously hard.
Boy and His Blob as well. Really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. But that's
There
just,
we go.
they're not bad games. It's just...
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that does make them bad.
Yeah.
Sort it out.
Jeez.
Yeah, come on, Acclaim. Go back and fix
There's
it.
no one bothered playing this before releasing it.
That's why Acclaim went down the tubes.
Yeah.
No, the
Because
games were too hard.
Bat versus Space Mutants was too hard.
Ray Wilson asks...
Ray Wilson of QPR fame.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't know he was a reader.
Hey,
He is, yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you thinking of Ray Wilkins?
I
there?
probably am.
That's what I was
I was thinking
thinking.
Ray Wilson. Ray Wilkins. This is not Ray Wilkins. It's Ray
Ray Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay. There's been about 14 Zelda titles over the years, and 2 upcoming ones.
About 14.
About 14.
That's
I don't
quite
know if
strange.
someone can verify that in
Yeah.
the comments thread below. But which one is your absolute favourite?
Yeah,
timely.
timely.
A timeless noise. A
timely,
and
timeless
noise. See what I did there. I honestly couldn't. It's a bit of a cop out. I couldn't pinpoint
Come on.
my favourite
I think-
Zelda one.
Do it for Ray.
I think they're all just.
Do it for Wilkins.
I think
Make a choice.
the nicest looking one is Wind Waker.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
I would say in terms of a playing experience, Phantom Hourglass is just because of how well implemented the touchscreen stuff is. Phantom Hourglass is amazing. No, Ocarina of Time. Maybe I need to go back to it, but I can't remember.
Careful.
I know.
Oh, hello.
I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back to play it. I can't remember that much of it.
I
Yeah.
liked it.
I think it was because I played it over an entire weekend,
Yeah.
probably not sleeping.
Yeah,
at all,
yeah.
In co-op with my 2 brothers.
That just seemed to last forever, Ocarina
Yeah.
of Time, and so by the end of it, as much as I enjoyed it, it did seem like a little bit of a slog.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, oh,
And
whereas
I preferred the story in Majora's Mask.
yeah,
was-
yeah,
I
yeah,
would say
it
it's
was
better.
a bit darker and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
it's
plus
really
it
cool.
was concentrated into that sort of
Yeah.
was it a 3-day time frame or something?
Yeah,
like
once you
that?
get your head around the time frame
Yeah.
thing, I think it's a brilliant game.
yeah,
I've sort of hogged the answers there. Simon,
You've covered them
what's
all
your
there.
favourite?
Wind Waker probably
Yeah.
for that exact same reason. Is it looks nice, and there was all that hoo ha as well about Nintendo saying they were going to make shorter games for people to play, and everyone was like, "Oh, they can't do that." Ocarina of Time was like 50 hours, but I really like the idea of just a concentrated blast where you get through it fairly quickly, and you weren't worried about not getting to the end or not having time to finish
Yeah.
it or whatever.
I don't like but games that are epic in scale. often you sort of leave it for a week,
Yeah.
and then go back and go, I've got no idea what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
which is a bit troublesome
Yeah,
if you're playing a Zelda game.
I finished Wind Waker in about a weekend or something and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's how I like my games to be, really. Unless
about
it's
you,
a
Chris?
sprawling RPG.
Link to the Past on
Yeah.
the SNES. Just because it looked like it was going to be a pretty epic game, because you had to collect the 3 things at the start, and then it suddenly goes, nah, you're not even a quarter done, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it's just a huge
Yeah.
game. So it doesn't mean
I got
That and
stuck on that. I never finished that.
no.
Yeah.
I did, but it was years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
That and Zelda 2, which nobody else likes except me.
You're
Side-scrolling
just
Yeah.
being.
That's all right.
No, I love it.
I think it's all right.
I
So
didn't like
contrary.
the kind of top-down bits were a bit rubbish. It was as close as you get to like a proper RPG Zelda, because they leveled up and all this kind of stuff, and you
Yeah.
get new skills and stuff like that. It's sold.
The combat was a bit frustrating.
A
though,
bit
wasn't it?
weird, yeah, because it
Where
was
you had
that
to like
side-scrolling bit.
duck and defend and
But it's one of those ones. If you get it, you should get it on Virtual Console and like bear with it, because the first couple of hours are really frustrating. But once you get them strong enough, then it's actually really
really.
Really
Yeah,
impressive.
I don't think I've persevered past the first
yeah.
few hours.
But yeah, it's
Maybe I should.
a hidden gem.
Yeah. Bosh.
Yeah.
Fred, what's your favourite? As the only man in the room who's played Spirit Tracks.
Yeah, it's not Spirit Tracks, but Spirit Tracks is good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it's not that. I'll be difficult like you. Link's Awakening was like the first one I ever played, and that is
Yeah.
amazing. And like, that probably is my favourite handheld game ever. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time was also awesome, but I never finished it because some chav broke into my flat and nicked my N64
yeah.
when I was in the penultimate dungeon or something. But I think that was
Tragedy.
maybe if I'd finished it, or maybe that would have taken the top spot because I never finished it.
For first impressions,
First impressions,
I just
that's,
thought
you know,
that
it's an
was
amazing game.
Absolutely awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the future.
but then like you guys, Wind Waker was just
Yeah.
fantastic,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
flawed in all the
Yeah, that
sailing
last-
around was
that
kind of
last-
annoying, and it
Yeah, and the last boss and
the
stuff,
last bit was a bit of a
rubbish,
drag, but when it was good, I think at its best, the Wind Waker was
Yeah.
the best Zelda game for me anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
I'd assume we're not mentioning the CDI games, because that just goes without saying.
No, we're not.
Because they're clearly the best.
It's
No love for
nothing to do with Nintendo.
Twilight
that.
Princess.
Wand of
though.
Gamelon. Oh, well,
Twilight Princess was good. I mean, there's not really been a bad one
Yeah.
other than the CDI.
I think that honest. Yeah, I mean
they're all
they're
good.
kind of in their own league, aren't they? Zelda
Yeah.
games. They're like Twilight Princess.
dependably great.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant game. It's just not. I would say not quite as brilliant as some
Even-
others for various reasons.
even Four Swords was good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
I never played that.
It's good.
That's on my to-do list,
Recommend.
along with Minish Cap. Minish
Oh,
Cap.
yeah,
How
yeah,
you say it?
And
Never
the-
played that either.
And Body Harvest too.
I'm not going to play that just out of spite.
You're missing out.
No.
You've not lived.
Apparently that bit at the end is amazing when you break into Area 51. I've heard.
Yeah.
It's not the end.
Yeah, someone
Is it
told me
not?
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I don't think
It's
it's
a whole different planet on the end.
I don't think it's among the 50 greatest Nintendo moments of all time.
51 maybe.
Not
Because
according to
you've
official Nintendo
You've
magazine.
never played
Those
it.
guys know what they're talking about.
I think
Some of them do.
We've sort of proved over the last 40 minutes that we don't. We do.
Disclaimer, we do.
If you have topics you want us to discuss, then email us at onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast question. Moving on to this month's competition. Last month's prize was were copies. It's grammatically wrong, Chris, the way you've
Look,
written this out.
it's been a busy day.
Can you put this through?
They were copies. Yeah, Fred, you should see this before,
Goes out,
before it comes to me
absolutely.
in future. Sorry. They were copies of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, one copy each on Wii and DS. The question was, who's hosting the 2014 Winter Olympics? The answer was Sochi in Russia. Sochi? How do you say that?
Yes, so
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Neither
yeah.
did I.
That's pretty cool.
But I'm better off for
Yeah,
now.
I think we can all go home enriched.
I think it's safe to say it was such a good decision for the Olympics committee to choose.
We can't have a noise off here.
I'm blatantly going to win.
Madness. So that was the answer. The winner of the Wii version was Nikhil Thapar from Middlesex. and the winner of the DS version was Sean Maguire from Galway in Ireland. The Sean Maguire of
The
Great Show, Andy
mid-90s pop
Stenders,
music
yeah.
fame.
Maybe. I don't know.
what was
Let's
his
hope so.
what were his hits?
I
You remember?
can't even remember.
I don't know.
I don't know. They were good.
Let us know, Sean.
Yeah.
Let us know what your hits were.
Chin up, Sean.
Yeah. Could be
Want to be
worse.
Is he in Panto this year somewhere? Probably is.
Let's hope so.
Buttons.
Um,
He's going to be playing buttons the rest of his life. Anyway.
That might actually be him.
sorry, Sean. I fully respect everything you've achieved in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you've got the DS version of
Yeah.
Mario and Sonic. You've
You
reached
could
the
play it
pinnacle.
during
the
rehearsals for Panto, so it'd be good.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could come out and go, "Hello, time to ski,"
Why has he turned into Mario?
because he's I don't know,
Dunno.
the
Yeah,
method actor.
fair enough. This month's prize is 3 DS games.
All good games, all
Yeah.
of them.
Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders.
Sorry.
Why not? That wasn't even a joke.
No, it's just because I know the zookeeper did it.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Anyway.
The Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron and Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex.
A game with 3 different titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 colons.
Which is your favourite of those 3 titles?
I like Reflex.
Yeah, Reflex
It's-
is
It's
good.
got a sort of 80s feel
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
got kind of weird.
There's a terrible 80s themed club called Reflex,
oh,
in
yeah.
Watford,
Yeah, there's quite a few of those, yeah.
which has a revolving dance floor. So yeah, seek
I'm
that out.
sure everyone has a horrible.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Completely irrelevant. Sorry. The question is, the Reflex was a #1 hit for which 80s band?
The Reflex.
You get extra points if you. This is never going to happen.
Nah, we'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
Let's hope so. You get extra points if you provide an audio clip of you singing it and permission to play it in the next podcast. Awesome.
I think that'll happen.
So
Someone out there is going to want the ABC murders enough.
yeah,
hang on.
sing
We've
it.
made a bit of a mistake here
Why?
What?
because it's not Call of Duty Modern
It's
Warfare.
called Modern- it's Modern
Reflex.
Warfare 2, isn't
It's
it?
mobilised.
It's mobilised.
Mobilised.
We're not giving you the Wii game, which is called Reflex.
Sorry.
Chris,
Ah.
you're sacked. I'm sorry, but it's Call of Duty
That's too far in.
Modern Warfare.
No,
of course, this
okay,
podcast-
we'll tell you what. We'll
With
tell
a
you
Z
what.
rather than a
I'll tell you what
NES.
then. Tell you what. We'll
Alright,
put
let's
in my
Let's
copy.
not get bogged down.
In detail. Well, no, because in
No,
the
we'll chuck
questions
in-
about the Wii game,
Okay,
which
we'll
we're not giving away.
chuck in my copy of the Wii version as well then.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
so you're getting 3
Oh,
DS
what a
games.
generous man.
Yeah, there you go. So you're getting 3 DS games. You're getting ABC Murders, Battlefront Elite Squadron, Star Wars.
Well, they only get the Wii
Um,
game if they sing that song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. You get Modern Warfare
Okay, let's do
mobilised
that.
for DS, and if you sing the song, you get Reflex. Booyah!
You're a good man.
Excellent.
See,
Well,
that's out of my own pocket.
I don't think you can say fairer than that. Email onm@futurenet.com, the subject heading Podcast 3 competition, with the answer and hopefully an audio clip of you singing
The Reflex.
This song, The Reflex. I've never heard that.
No,
I think you have.
it's vintage.
You'll kick yourself
I
when,
will.
when you find out who it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just to wrap everything up,
Should we have a little word about Chucky?
Chuck D.
Chuck M.
Charles Martinet, you
Yeah.
mean?
Didn't he provide us with a...
He provided us with the introduction to this month's podcast, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
He's going to provide the outro as well, as I believe they call it in radio world.
Yep.
Good guy.
He's an amazing man. We had the pleasure of playing 4-player Mario with him a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
which was I think
A
Bewildering.
walkover, I think, was your...
we can safely say all our ambitions have been achieved now. It was a genuine honour, and a man with so much energy and lust for life, I would say, is
Make it
an
sound like he's
extraordinary
dead.
chap. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to sound that like,
You're eulogising.
like some kind of tribute. He's a nice guy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, in that he was very kind to provide us with a little bit for our podcast. But are we going to
was,
see the
yeah.
return of jingles, readers' jingles?
We will.
Do we want more? We do want more, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
of
want
course we
more.
do. Yeah.
Of course, we want every jingle in the world ever.
Yeah.
So
Keep the
please-
jingles coming. We had some good ones, but none were quite as good as
Well, yeah.
as Charles
I
Marne.
think if you've got the voice of Mario,
Yeah.
you've got to
Yeah.
use that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he won this month, but next time it could be you.
Yeah. So keep the
Absolutely.
jingles coming as long as they're copyright free.
And good.
Yeah, we don't want you just to send us a Saturdays song and say, there you go.
Yeah. Though if you are the Saturdays,
Yeah, come on in.
We'd
I
love
mean-
to see you.
yeah. Absolutely.
Sounding so wrong.
Yeah.
We'd love to see.
You're like the Resident Evil 4 guy.
What are you singing?
Oh god. We
Anyway.
really should wrap this up.
Yeah, please.
So if you have topics you want us to discuss, email us at onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast question. Just a reminder, as if we've not done that already, issue 50 is out now with world exclusive Zelda review, Shigeru Miyamoto interview, which we haven't mentioned yet.
Massive.
M-Dog.
Full of plenty of Mia quotos.
That's right.
And some Mia photos. No, actually, there aren't any Mia photos.
There is a little Mia photo of Miyamoto on
But
the
it's mostly
spreads.
Mia illustrations, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
good-
some couple of revelations in there.
Some biggies.
Yeah.
Some veritable
a genuine honour to have him
bombs
in the magazine.
were dropped by
Yeah.
Mr. Mimo, I think.
You also get at the very reasonable price of $3.99. That's right. You get a free calendar as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think I just heard minds being blown.
It's like, what day is the 8th of April? We'll find out immediately with the calendar.
Exactly. You can also find out our birthdays, which are on there.
Yeah, 8th
And
of
we're,
April.
we're open to.
That's amazing. Loads of hate mail then.
Yeah. We're going to get some things in the mail which may not be too palatable.
I prefer chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil, you're more of a Victoria Sponge man.
I am.
My birthday was actually missed out the last calendar, so
Was
I'm
it?
pretty pumped that it's in this year's
Yeah.
calendar.
Right.
Although, amazingly, the birthdays of people who weren't even in the magazine anymore. Like Chandra's birthday was still in it, and he'd
Really?
left.
There's Mathers in
Yeah.
there.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know, but
yeah.
but
Mine
might
wasn't in this year's calendar, even though I was
Yeah, pretty
here
much from the start.
when it was being
Yeah.
made.
No, Chandra emailed you to find out, but you never emailed back. So I remember
Yeah.
was chasing him for
That's
it.
true.
Yeah.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, Neil.
That is
So if you didn't
actually
get
my
a
fault.
birthday card from the readers, then it's your problem.
Well,
Whereas I was just
I wept,
completely ignored.
I'll be honest.
I was just completely ignored.
Really?
I think it was,
So
it
we've
was
all.
clear.
I think we've all made desperate pleas for gifts there on our
Yeah,
birthdays.
send me cake.
Thank you very much. We'll take anything, literally
Yeah.
anything.
Within reason, like
well,
legal,
Okay,
anything legal.
not literally anything. That's too strong. I'll move on. So there's a calendar with the latest issue. That was the basic point I was
Yeah,
trying to make.
it's good.
In a nice
It's,
box.
But it's a good
in the
issue.
shops now.
It's a good issue. Get it.
Tom came over earlier
Yeah.
and said it's the best issue. we've
Online
ever
editor
done.
Tom East, who's not in here today.
Yeah, which is high praise indeed.
Yeah, he knows
and
his
genuinely not
magazines.
prompted by any bribery or anything, which
For
is
once.
very nice of Tom. Check out our website, officialnintendomagazine.co.uk. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ONM_UK and facebook.com/official Nintendo Magazine. All that remains is to say thank you and keep subscribing, telling your friends, and we'll continue to beat Wogan on the
Yeah.
UK podcast
Within an
charts.
inch of his audio life.
So we want to beat Frankie Boyle.
Yeah, if you see
next
Boyle
month,
out there,
right?
tell him to be afraid.
Is
Yeah.
Wogan not finishing soon though for Chris Evans? So technically
I
we'll be
believe so,
beating
yeah.
Wogan anyway
Yeah,
because he won't.
we're beating a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think I checked just before we came in to record this, and we're still top of the video games chart
That's
and the
good.
games and hobbies
Well, who
chart.
else would be? I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Let's not get too cocky though.
yeah, because we'll be like number 12 next.
Yeah.
That's alright.
I think this might be the point where he jumped the shark and no one listens anymore.
Yeah.
So apologies. So thanks very much for listening. Subscribe on iTunes, please, and that's it for this month. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okie dokie. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Bye bye.